Hey everyone, we're going to take a deeper dive into our family stories. I'm glad to hear that you all enjoyed looking at your old photos and reflecting about yourself. Now is an opportunity to learn more about your family story. Just like the danger of a single story or the mastering counter narratives, I want you to find some time to talk with your family and ask the following questions. So over here on Google Classroom, you're going to find under Unit 2 Autobiographical Narrative, the Lesson 3 Family History Timeline. And you're going to open this document. And you're going to ask the following. Ask about your family's history. How did you get there? What year? Try to get more specifics than just, one-word answers if possible. Ask how your grandparents got to America, if they ever did. Or what is their story? Maybe you can talk to them, not just your parents or any other relatives. How did your great-grandparents, if possible, if they ever did, come to America? Or where were they? What was going on in their lives and when did that happen? You can even ask when your parents were born, what was their journey getting here to America, or anything really about their life stories. Not necessarily like asking for a past, present, and future, like them to answer the Talon Buhai questions, but more about these and what was the journey that your family had to basically get to where you are today, existing and present in this world. So this document is a list of my examples and how you can lay out the pieces of information that you find out from your family. So what I want you to do is simply list the year, or if possible, a more specific date, like it says down here, February of 1930 or July, and pieces of information that you can find. You can show this to your families if you want, if they need more kind of direction on what it is that they're being asked of to answer. You don't have to write the exact same things like mine. It's not just about, my dad was being born here. This is more for you to find out stories about your family that you didn't know before. Some things that are on my example, I would have never known that my grandparents met because he was helping a woman find work in Hawaii, and that ended up being my grandmother, and that they met in Japan. They also worked customs and other jobs before meeting each other. I also would have never have learned that my family in the Philippines, my mom specifically, had to flee when their country declared martial law under President Ferdinand Marcos in the 1970s. And how did that affect my family? Ultimately, I learned that my mom's family had to flee the central city, and they went out to the provinces and kind of lived, I don't really know what the life was like, but more of a village life versus a San Francisco life. And this leading up all the way to the day that you were born, or if there's other information, like maybe you yourself, what was your story that you want to include? If you're not from San Francisco, maybe what was your journey like coming here? You can include that as well. Disclaimer here, I want you to inform your parents that this information will not be released to administration or outside officials. I had a student in 2018 who wasn't able to participate in this assignment because they thought that their family thought that I was going to hand this information over to ICE. And I felt very bad that I didn't make this clear. I just want you to know that this is an activity for this unit and that this is just for us to look and share about each other's stories and our family's histories and just have a good fun time experiencing what other people's lives are like and contextualize how that affects our own life in alignment with the master and counter narrative. I hope those instructions were clear on what you have to do, and I hope that you have ample amount of time to talk to your families about this at home. You can make a copy of my document if you want, or you can do this on paper, or you can, if you have index cards or post-it notes, just make sure that you have something that you can bring to class and that you can cut out and post onto a whiteboard. All right, I'll see you in class. Peace.